This is Kendra.
And this is Brianna. Welcome to Camp Comparisons,
where she's in one camp and I'm in the other. Okay, guys, so today we are going to get into predictions about season 3 of the TV show. However, before we do that, I had the opportunity to review our predictions for season 2. And it was so fun to review. I mean, I highly suggest everybody listen to them because I forgot what we predicted. But you don't have to, since we're actually going to go through it right here. Yeah. We're going to try to do this quick so it doesn't take up a lot of our time for our season 3 predictions. But we're just going to go through what our predictions were for season 2 and how we did.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm very excited. I know, it's so fun to see when we're right, and it's also funny to see when we're wrong. Okay, cool. So I'm going to start this off. We started out, Brianna predicted that they would keep the empathy link in, and I said absolutely not, and Brianna was right.
Heck yeah.
Brianna predicted that they'll probably not play dodgeball at school. True. Mm-hmm. I was hoping they would still have the Canadian reference. Didn't happen.
No.
But I did say that we're talking about how we didn't think there'd be a lot happening at school, and I suggested maybe they do a school montage, and they did.
Yeah.
It was more like Tyson montage.
A Tyson school montage. Yeah. Well, it's good. 2 birds, 1 stone,
Yeah. We both were wrong when we predicted that it would go back and forth between him having 2 eyes and 1.
Like
for
the mist
CGI
trick.
Yeah, but without the mist spray. We decided it would still do the mist trick.
No mist
but
spray.
No mist spray, because obviously
that's
they're not
a thing.
They would never take that from the movie. But we were wrong. We got Tyson with 1 eye the whole time.
From there was that reveal,
and that was it
right at the beginning, and yeah. But I think that's why, because otherwise, if we were thinking about how it happened in the book, the reveal would happen a little bit later, and that's why it would be 2 eyes
and then 1. Yeah, it's true.
But instead, they just did this really cool thing that worked really well, and his eye was amazing. It worked very well.
Yes.
Okay, so I predicted that we wouldn't be told about Tyson's scars in the beginning; that we'd be told about them at camp.
Yeah.
And I was right.
Yeah. I think in the beginning, we weren't told. First, we were just shown them, which is told about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were shown them at camp when he was sleeping at camp for the first time. And then later we got the story, which is kind of how it goes in the book, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. We both agreed that the taxi scene would happen, that the taxi drivers would have the 1 eyeball between them, and that they'd use the eyeball to get the coordinates.
Yes.
So we thought that would all stay the same, and we were right.
Yes.
We also both thought that the Bronze Bowl would happen, and Tyson would, save the camp by helping defeat the Bronze Bowl. Didn't happen.
No.
But we did get to see a scene showing that Tyson is fireproof, which we predicted would happen in a different way. And we predicted we'd get to see the tree dying, which happened.
Obvious. It seems like a silly prediction to make, but I guess we were like...
Well, we know how much they would change, because season 1...
There was enough changes in it.
There were some changes.
Yeah.
So it was hard to say.
I also think we were predicting more the fact that they would show up at that time and be like, oh my gosh, at that time, the tree is dying. Basically, they saw it get stabbed. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that was it, that it wouldn't happen later or something.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the idea.
Because obviously the plot is that the tree is dying.
Yeah.
But the season 1 was very out of order with stuff like that too. We also both agreed that they will not show Chiron at the camp, that he's going to be gone when they show up. That was a great poll.
I know. I mean, we were trying to figure out what you could take out, and we had agreed that you can totally
He could just not be there.
Yeah. I didn't know how that was exactly going to happen. The way they did it was, okay.
Well, it worked to make Zeus the bad guy, which is the job of this season a little bit.
Yeah, totally. Oh my goodness. So then I predicted that Percy would already know that Chiron is Cronus' son. And that it's it's no reveal for him.
Yeah, yeah.
He, when it's said, he's already knew it. There was no oh, really?
So yeah.
So he did, yeah.
Yep.
I also predicted that, Tantalus's dinner would not run away from him, which unfortunately, basically it's true. So then, because then you came in and predicted that there might be some kind of visual scene where we see something that maybe isn't as dramatic as it running away. And that's that,
the water scene.
Yeah.
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 So we were both right.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was talking about how it wasn't going to be silly enough to have food just run away. So.
Which is true, but also there was a lot of silly things. So it could have happened.
And you'll see we
predicted a lot of silly things were going to happen, and some of them did.
They changed that on us.
Yeah. Which was great.
It was totally great. I also made this comment where I'm like, I really hope Cronus goes through puberty and his voice gets darker or deeper. And then when I was thinking about it, they did change his voice. It was a very annoying voice in season 1. Maybe it's the same person. Something was different. He did sound a bit more intense and not so, I don't know, weaselly. I'm not sure what I could say about the season 1 voice. So
it wasn't great.
Something happened.
So you're right. Yeah. Okay, so we both predicted that there would only be one chariot race, which was correct.
Yes.
Unless you kind of, it wasn't a race.
No.
They used it in the battle at the end.
Yeah.
But
it was
not
one
a race.
chariot race.
Only one chariot race. But I predicted that it would be the one at the end.
Yeah.
Instead of the one at the beginning. But that, like, they kind of split into 2 parts. So they'd, like, prep for the race, go on their quest, come back and do the race.
Yeah.
Which didn't happen.
No.
We also both predicted that there would be no birds. There was definitely birds. And that they wouldn't go to Chiron's office to do the boombox trick for the birds, which they did do. But again, that's because we were like, they're not going to do anything silly, anything quirky. All of that's out the window. We also thought that the birds would be too much CGI work.
Which, I mean, I was so surprised when they showed the birds. I was so sure. I was like,
yeah.
I could have, like, bet money on that.
Yeah, it did seem like something they easily could have cut out.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I think we even said that maybe this was this... Oh, no, I kept saying, well, maybe it'll just be one big bird. And then I think you said, like, it could be a big monster. Like, maybe here's where the Bronze Bulls, or maybe here's where Hydra comes in, or something like that. Like, they made... Because they moved things around in season 1 enough.
A lot more, yeah. So this was actually surprising.
And it was great.
And I think it was great. And getting the boombox was awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it all worked out.
Yeah.
You predicted that Percy is not going to be upset about Tyson as a brother, like Tyson being his brother, which is like halvesy true.
Yeah, because it's not
it didn't go into it as much. He wasn't as upset.
There was some sort of emotion there.
Yeah. He was a little bit like unsure, awkward.
Yeah.
Not super happy that this turned out this way, but it was not like the books.
But also, I just thought about this. We are not in his head in the TV show,
Yes.
so who knows how much in his head he was irritated in the beginning about it.
It's true, but if you listen to like what the writers and people on the show have to say about it, they did say like they purposely made it not so much.
Yeah.
So
and
it
also
was a purposeful choice.
We have a situation where Tyson was living with him. So
Yeah.
there's probably, he
Where
was
Sally
much closer. And Sally had like
kinda
adopted
helped.
him, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I predicted that people will still make fun of Percy for it, and they did.
Yeah.
They made fun of. There's like one scene where he's walking by, but they did it.
It wasn't a consistent thing. We didn't consistently push this point.
Because of the same reason as like stuff happening at the beginning of the first season, which is just like this time at camp
It's
shrinks.
short.
It's like they're there for a day and then they go off basically. Like they keep on doing that, you know?
Yeah. So I had mentioned that I hoped George and Martha was going to show up, but I actually said, like, I really doubt it. I was like, unfortunately, I really doubt it. And we had talked about maybe ways it could have been done without being too silly, but I think we were mostly deciding it wasn't going to happen, unfortunately. I also predicted here that right after this, because we were talking about silly, I said maybe they'll actually listen to the feedback, the show, the writers, or whatever, and add more silly in season 2. And that was right.
And they did.
I mean, so glad. We both predicted that we would get fish ponies, and we almost thought we weren't going to get this.
Yeah. I swear the writers were like, we're messing with us so much. The rainbow boat. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it was the rainbow boat that convinced me that we weren't going to get
me
fish.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't you just put them in there?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Like, genuinely.
That cracks me up, and I actually appreciate it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. That was another part of the funny, I think.
Maybe like, haha, let's see how mad we can get them. We also both predicted that Tyson wouldn't be as childlike acting, but also we thought he maybe could still call Rainbow because we were sure there was fish ponies, which there was, and that was totally correct.
Yeah, he was less childlike, and I think that everyone. I mean, I think the exact reason why we predicted it wouldn't happen is the exact reason why it wouldn't happen.
Exactly.
That playing out a grown man, like playing being like a 5-year-old is just odd.
Doesn't work.
It just does not look good on screen. It's in the book, amazing.
Yeah.
Love him so much.
Yeah.
But it's just weird otherwise.
No, I agree.
You predicted that it would be an actual cruise ship and not a yacht like the movie. Which, thank God that was the case. So that was I'm so glad you were right.
I remember you said in there something like they'll make scenes that look like a cruise ship on set, and they did do that.
Yeah,
I think they also they might have had
like
some
aerial
that they could,
shots.
yeah, aerial shots of a real one and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but they definitely did all of their acting in scenes or sets.
Yeah, I didn't think they could really get an entire yacht to film on. That's a lot.
Or you mean cruise ship?
A cruise ship, sorry.
They're just filming on a cruise ship as it's like, oh man, what a great time.
Yeah, I mean, that's not how Hollywood really works.
No.
I predicted that there wouldn't be tourists on the cruise ship because that was something that I was thinking like that's a lot of background actors, that's a lot of expense and stuff. And I was wrong. There's definitely tourists there at the beginning, but then they all kind of disappear later. Like there's none on when they go back to the ship later. It's just empty. So they did.
Well, they
kind
had
of
sent
did that.
them off on the pier. Yeah, so they definitely have tourists, unless I forget which podcast I was listening to was saying, wondering if those are all. But see, they can't be. They were wondering if those were all like demigod families. You know how like the Romans had their place, and that maybe they were going around and like saying this is a safe space for demigods and getting them all to show up. But then
no,
it doesn't seem like that. Doesn't seem like that.
Yeah, but they didn't play as big of a role. They were just there.
They were just there, yeah.
So it was interesting. You predicted that there would not be as many monsters.
Yeah, on this
CGI
cruise ship.
purposes. Yeah. But in the whole show in general, that was true. They just kept on using the Lastragonians to fill in for most monsters because they're real people. It's not really CGI. It's just special effects like makeup.
Yeah.
Also, we didn't get the Hydra. We just got a box of cereal with a Hydra on it, which was funny. Again, very funny. So yeah, it's kind of true.
Yeah, well, see, because in the cruise, you see all these different monsters. And then in the TV show, other than the Lastragonians, there's that scene.
It's a still photo.
A still photo of that 3-headed dog.
No,
was there another one?
of a hellhound eating at the buffet.
Was it not a 3-headed dog?
No.
Even it wasn't Fluffy from Harry Potter?
No. There's only one 3-headed dog in Greek mythology. Oh. And I don't think Hades would let Cerberus go up on the ship.
Well, now I need to watch it again, because in my head, that's what I saw. Maybe I was
it was a hellhound. Like, a fiery dog.
Okay. Was that the only monster we saw in that little video of still shots?
And we saw Lastragonians playing. Yeah.
So really, but anyways, I was correct.
You were right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we both predicted that the Bear Brothers would be there, because again, like, why? It seemed like, why wouldn't they be? But
you could make that with makeup and costume.
Yeah, that one, it seemed like it could be, but again, all monsters were pretty much just Lastragonians, and even then, Luke didn't have, like, 2 Lastragonians that were his, like, bad guys who were, like, there was just Allison.
He had Allison.
Allison was the bad guy. Okay.
Yeah, so I predicted we were going to get some of Grover's adventure on the like his point of view, and you agreed with me.
Yeah.
You predicted that we would get the Hydra and we would get Monster Donut, and then I said no, I don't think we get Monster Donut Shop. So then you changed it to like maybe just a donut box with the name on it. Basically, we got a cereal box. Why couldn't it have been a donut? Well, because donuts stale. I don't know.
And also, donuts don't come with charm bracelets.
Charm bracelets.
Cereal boxes do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there was no Hydra, but there was Monster Donut with a Hydra on it.
Yes.
So
we got that all in one cereal box.
Yep.
Quick scene.
Yep.
Also, so then onto Clarice adventure, I had predicted that there will be zombie soldiers, which there was. And you predicted, but they won't be Confederates, which there weren't. So we did pretty good on that.
Yeah, I mean, there could have been one. They were all different.
Yeah, exactly.
They were all different from different times and
it wasn't just a concentration of Confederate soldiers.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Yeah.
So yeah, good on me. We both predicted that we'd get the scene with Ares and Clarice where Ares is bullying Clarice. We did.
We got it earlier, but it worked.
But we absolutely got it, and he said a lot of the same things.
Yeah.
So that was good. We both agreed that we would get Scylla, Charybdis, the ship exploding, and Circe's Island. So that's like, that just covers the whole middle of the book.
Pretty much, all of that would happen. Obviously, yeah, because we went through each one and we were just like, yeah, no, they're not gonna.
It would
drop
change the
any
story
of this
too
out.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cruise ship exploding is the one thing that could have happened differently, but no, exploding is a strong word. It disintegrated slowly, piece by piece, but still, the same thing happened.
I'm not really, I guess it disintegrated piece by piece. It was an interesting view. Anyways.
Or like it did explode, but like in slow motion.
Yeah. I predicted on Circe, though, that I was saying it's not going to be a spot. I was like, okay, you know how in season 1, they would have a scene, like the water park scene, but then change everything in it. So I thought we would get Circe, but it wouldn't be a spa. And that scene would just be completely different, but it would be Circe. That was not correct. We got a spa.
It was pretty different in a way.
But because still had the spa. Still had him changing into, I can't remember. I feel like we thought he wouldn't change into a guinea pig.
I feel like we went back and forth so much
that
we
true.
didn't
I don't think we decided.
Prediction. Really, I think you're like maybe so much on how the island was working. Like,
right.
What
and
happened.
What legend they were coming from or what myth they were coming from, because I think you were saying like, well, maybe it'll actually be a pig because that's what's from the original story.
True.
We weren't sure on that, but I think overall my decision was like, oh, it will just be completely different, and I don't consider that correct. I know that they switch things up in it, but it wasn't.
It was actually very similar.
Yeah, and we still had that same rescue scene. So
right, and then we both predicted that Hilla wouldn't be there, but maybe we'd get like a name drop, like someone would mention the name Hilla. But no, we fully got Hilla, a full character who showed up multiple times.
We were sure that she wouldn't because of how she's in a later book, but it really at this point
it doesn't matter. I guess
I'm
they
so
prefer
far
to
ahead.
give the fans like a hey, we're still reading the books, than try to like ignore the setup from another book. Yeah. You predicted that there would be no Blackbeard and no pirate ship.
Just that whole scene. Yeah.
Which was wrong.
I know.
We got both.
We got well, was it a
pirate ship? Was in a background scene.
There was?
Yeah.
Like, okay, but they didn't take the pirate
shot
ship.
Of them like driving away on the boat that they did take. You can see a pirate ship docked.
Okay.
So it's like, that's a half truth. They didn't take the pirate ship.
Okay, but there was Blackbeard, thank goodness. Because again, we are allowing some of those more silly things. And this is part of it.
And I think the no Blackbeard kind of went with your theory that there wouldn't be the guinea pig scene. So then where would Blackbeard even come in?
Yeah, true.
So, yeah.
We both had, okay, so the siren scene was one that we were just like going back and forth. We decided that yes, there's going to be the sirens. We figured that would still happen, but we didn't know what the Annabeth image was going to be. Like, I had predicted it would not be the same as the book, and so we were talking about different options for it. We didn't get anywhere close to what they did. I mean, no way.
I mean, how would we have
How could we have predicted that?
That Athena shows up in her and she's like tricking them, but they're tricking her. Like,
yeah. When we talked about like how it wouldn't be Athena, her dad, and Luke, we were pretty sure that that wouldn't happen with the background of New York, and we were right. So that at least that was correct.
Luke was in it. That's the only similar. Oh, and Athena was in it.
And Athena was in it.
So
even though,
I guess it was halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I predicted no man-eating sheep. I mean, there were sheep, but they weren't the man-eating ones.
Yeah.
And I predicted that they used the nobody joke, and you were like, no, I don't think they're gonna.
But that's like so I'm half right because they didn't really
she like
do it.
Used a sentence of it and then totally
and then it was like
when
remember when he tricked you by saying he was nobody? It's like, okay,
well, I guess you're right because you were sort of like it's again too silly and they did make it less silly and more whatever you want to say that was.
I don't agree. I would really say we're both right there. Like they did use it, but they also didn't use it.
Yeah,
somehow they did both.
Oh my gosh, we both knew the fleece was going to heal Annabeth. I mean, and like, I literally said these exact words. I said, we need the drama of Annabeth being knocked out and Percy being really worried.
And boy, did we get it. So well.
I didn't think we were going to get it that well.
So well. That was amazing.
Yeah.
We both predicted that the fly home alone scene happens, basically saying that part of the prophecy will come true. Where
they will let Clarice fly
go
home
alone with the fleece, which is true, except for it was on a Pegasus instead of an airplane, but still, whatever. We both predicted that the portal would be used again, and they're not going to just forget about it after season 1 like they did in book 1, which is kind of funny when you think about it. They really was like a portal anyways.
I mean, it's true. Like, sometimes I want to complain about it, and then I go back to like, I mean, Rick did
put it in there.
Put it there. But yeah, it's funny we predicted it here because this is the scene where they're like talking. They got Clarice on the taxi and they're just standing there talking, and then suddenly Luke's behind them.
Yeah.
And so some people were like, oh, well, I wonder if that was a scene where he used the portal.
No, he was just
I don't think it was in the book.
No.
But then we were thinking maybe possibly that would be the portal scene, but it doesn't matter because we were right. It happened.
You predicted that the party ponies would not come and rescue them. And even throughout as each episode came out, in the second season, I kept on holding out hope, and you kept on being like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
We just got a slight reference to them in that phone call with Chiron.
Which was nice.
I was really hoping for them. I didn't care if it wasn't silly. They could come and be warriors for all I care. I just wanted them, but they didn't. It's okay. I also predicted, I don't remember predicting this, but it's so good. I predicted that Poseidon would show up and give the message himself, which again is like a half-truth because I guess it was in a dream, but that is how the gods show up for their children.
See, well, you keep saying that it was a dream, and I guess so you're right, it is a dream, but there are two different kinds of dreams to me.
He actually did come.
This is one where he's like, I'm going to actually be there and talk to Percy in his dream, just like that, like we said, just like that scene with Leo and Hephaestus in the other series.
Exactly. So he
really does. He doesn't
shows up, but no one else except for him and Tyson could see him.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because it's still true. The message does not come from Hermes in a note. Poseidon gives it himself.
Yeah, good job on that. That's a good prediction.
Thank you. Yeah. Again, don't really remember giving it, but I was right.
We both predicted that Tyson will still be told he's going to go on this internship. I mean, it doesn't really get references in internship. It's like help me in the forges, but still.
Yeah.
It happened.
Pretty similar.
And then you made this comment at the end, and you got to tell me what you think about this. You said Thalia is going to show up, but she's not going to be so Hot Topic 2005 vibes. Maybe something more modern, basically, as you were saying. And then you started talking about different, we were like, what is modern? But whatever. So
I was right.
Okay, so I don't know what Hot Topic 2005 vibes are. You obviously know.
She's not wearing, like, I mean, I don't remember what shoes she's wearing, but she's not wearing, like, high top Converse and a spiky jacket and like a band t-shirt and ripped skinny jeans.
Got it.
And like intense eyeliner, like, and like emo hair. Like, she's gonna be like that kind of like hip goth chic, but like kind of how Luke, instead of being like, I'm cool because I have sandy blonde hair that sweeps to the side, like that was like what was cool then. Yeah. And now he's like a lot more like of the whatever the modern cool is.
Well, I don't know if it's more like the modern cool of Connecticut, maybe.
Well, yeah, no, they still make him like
the boat shoes and the
jerk,
no.
which is perfect.
Yeah.
But I just mean like when you see him in season 1, you're like, oh, this is a cool guy that like, Percy should look up to, someone who he could aspire to. Like, they do that, but not because he's like surfer boy Luke.
True, yeah.
Which was, again, very that time.
They don't give him the sunny California look, particularly.
Exactly.
Of that time.
Because that
okay,
was,
good. So you were right.
Yeah, so I was right.
Yeah, I wrote that down and I was like, I don't know if she was right because I don't know exactly what that means.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
she still looks the part that they want for Thalia, but yeah,
goth,
it's
sort of dark colored type of leather jacket look.
Yeah. But again, it is much more modern.
Yeah. Oh, so. You know what we didn't see is if she has her watch. Did she have a watch on the one that turns into a shield?
Well, she does have the shield, and I think she hit like a button or something. Remember they show the scene when she comes flying through the window to save Annabeth in the flashback?
Oh gosh, I need to go back and like actually watch how that worked. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, she does have a shield that does seem to pop into existence.
Okay, good.
I don't remember if it's a bracelet or what exactly, but
nice. All right, so guys, that was our predictions for season 2. So we didn't do too bad.
Yeah, so I have high hopes for our predictions this time.
I know. Oh my gosh. So like one problem well, maybe it's a problem. Sorry, let me explain. We know that if they're not done with season 3 filming it already, they're close. They've been filming for a while now, season 3. What that means to me is we have seen all the castings we're going to get for season 3, unless they're hiding some. So there are certain things in here where I feel like we can more adequately predict are not going to happen because the people were not cast. You'll see as we go along, but I'm slightly sad about that because I like the unknown.
The complete unknown. Yeah, I mean, it's not like they showed us every single face of people.
But they
kind of did.
Yeah.
They kind of did.
Anyways, we'll go through. There's a chance that one of the people I'm going to say they might surprise us, but I don't know. We'll see when we get to each step of this.
So as we know from that little scene at the end of that season, we have the dance scene.
Yes. So we can predict.
We know
a dance.
I mean, not if they're going to do the dance scene, it's going to be plot relevant, which means the plot is they're there to find Nico and Bianca. We don't see Thalia in this flashback, so...
And we don't see Grover. We
can
assume Grover's there.
Yeah, how else did they go there, I guess? But I don't know. Chiron could have just told them to go.
Okay. Well, I would like to predict that Thalia that it will be those 4.
I'm going to predict that Thalia will not be there.
Okay. Well, you know how I was worried about how it ends, and I'm like, well, now they're like, it seems so like intense. Like, is Thalia going to be a bad person? Is she going to run off to find Luke? Are her and Percy going to like hate each other? And then I read the book and I went, oh my God, her and Percy aren't
really friends.
They weren't like enemies. Like, but they got into these things where like he constantly felt a little bit one-upped by her. Like he had to like do better. And she was irritated with him. And
she kind of thought he was a loser.
Yeah. And then as you go along throughout the quest, there are moments where Thalia almost gives in to the dark side.
Yep.
So that now I feel better about how they ended it because they're really going to probably pump that up. Like, is Thalia going to turn around and betray everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like if this happens at the beginning, like if this is episode 1 dance scene, I don't think Thalia... That's why I think Thalia's not going to be there. So unless they change up the order a bit and they show some scenes ahead of time before they just show up at this place.
I kind of want them to.
Me too.
Like a scene that tells us what the heck happened after Thalia showed up.
Yeah.
Because it's such a weird... This is why I forgot how much Titan's Curse throws me off. It's because it starts out...
It's so weird. You're like, what's happening?
So weird.
They're in a car. It's winter. They don't hang out in winter. They only hang out in summer.
Yeah, we're a summer camp. And it's always bothered me. Like, it's jarred me every time I picked up the book and read it. And I've read this book many times. So it's so funny to me. So I think that it would be smart to throw in something.
I don't know. Like, I do know that just from watching TV, I watch a lot more TV than you. Seasons sometimes love to end on a cliff note, a cliffhanger. And then just be like, the first half of the episode, you're like, what happened to that cliffhanger? And then they'll be like, oh yeah, that cliffhanger. And you're just like, come on. Okay. So it wouldn't be unusual TV-wise to just be like, to just start it and just be like, where's Thalia? Like, we have no answered questions for like half an episode. And then they're like, oh, here's some flashback scenes.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, it wouldn't be crazy. It kind of depends. I don't know, like, how TV's developed throughout the years, because I kind of watch older TV, so maybe that's a thing that they don't do anymore because people have shorter attention spans and, and viewers are just different now, so maybe that's like fallen out of fad or whatever.
Right.
But it wouldn't be crazy for them to do that. So if they do show beginning scenes of like, let's explain what happened with Thalia, where are we now with her, why are we here at this dance hall, if they do that a bit more, then I think Thalia will be there.
Yeah, unless they want to do it as flashbacks, but
yeah,
because they don't want to like go too much into, you know, like just starting out like la la la. I don't know. Yeah. It's possible, but we're gonna get the dance. We can predict that. It's not even a prediction.
Which assumes that they're at the school to get.
They're looking for
people.
Nico and Bianca.
That's the only reason they'd be there.
Yep, and we know we have Nico and Bianca. That's already a known thing.
Obviously.
We also know we have Dr. Thorne, so we can predict that Dr. Thorne will be there.
Will he be a manticore?
So that's a good question. Is he just going to be
so.
a bad guy? Or is he going to be the manticore where, like, in the background, a shadow and thorns come flying out, but you don't actually ever see him transform?
That's very possible. I like that prediction.
Yeah,
they kind of do that in the book. It would be off.
They do that in the beginning before he's like,
he kind of shows his true form. So that would not be crazy.
Yeah. There is this scene in here, though. So if Thalia does show up in this scene, I would like to see her use the mist and be like, what, Chiron didn't teach you that yet?
I think that if she's going to be there, it's going to be to set up this, like, one-upping Percy.
Yeah.
She's being better. Her instincts are better.
She has to get mad at him at the end. Oh, I don't know. She's got to be there. There's the whole Hunters scene where we get that she hates the Hunters.
Yeah,
I feel like
you're right.
I feel like it would be weird of them to change that when it sets up the whole book.
Plus, then she has to almost dive bomb camp, and Apollo's. I actually don't.
They're
think
not
going to
do that. They're not going to do that. I don't know if we're going to get that Thalia's scared of heights at all, because you could totally lose that. It's not.
It's really relevant. Only plot relevant in the second series, because then we explain why can't Thalia fly.
That's true. They have not cast Apollo.
Yeah, and it's a lot of work for what? I mean, Apollo
he's
is
not
supposed
plot
to
relevant.
Be there to help them on their quests because he's worried about Artemis, but you could cut it.
Yeah, you could.
You really could cut all of that.
Could totally. So we're predicting no Apollo. Also, okay, we know we have a dance scene. We also have Nico with Mythomagic. He's of course gonna have.
He's gonna have so much.
It's already been established.
It's gonna be plot relevant for sure. I mean, it's how Bianca dies.
I know.
Is because of Mythomagic.
Yeah, so they better keep that in.
Yeah, it's also how we find out that Nico's the son of Hades. In the books, at least, we find it out because he drops the figure and Percy picks it up. And will it happen like that? No, they're probably gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Nico and Bianca. We're son and daughter of Hades."
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, do you think so? The scenes where it comes up where you suspect it is when Bianca kills the skeleton when no one else can kill a skeleton. Mm-hmm. Like, she basically just sends it back because she is, you know, the daughter of death. Or not really, but whatever. Sorry. And then the Nico scene where the skeletons show up and he's like, go away! And at the very, very end when he's mad at Percy and the floor opens up and they suck him down.
They decide not to tell Chiron at that point. So maybe there's a chance that the kids know early on, but they keep it a secret.
Yeah, or they don't have to keep it a secret because you can get away with not keeping it a secret in this series.
But this whole book is like, who's going to be the prophecy kid?
Oh.
Tyson? Not Tyson. Percy or Thalia? Who is it going to be?
And then we throw Nico.
And if we throw them in from the very beginning, then it'd be like, well, now there's it would just change the plot a bit, which could happen. It could just change it to 3 instead of 2.
I'm going to throw a wild prediction out.
Okay.
When they get to camp, when Nico and Bianca get to camp, Hades is going to claim them there.
Okay. That's crazy.
Because otherwise, how would they... I mean, unless they're going to do something stupid like somehow know while they're at the school. But no, because of the mystery of their whole life and how all those years change, I feel like it would be so dumb to pop that up in the beginning. But again, like you said, they've done that a lot. But I'm going to predict they don't find out until camp.
They're so much more accurate this second season.
Okay.
So it's like... in a way, a lot of it might stay the same. And then, honestly, my overall prediction is going to be like the same, slight differences because of like budget or like, is that really plot relevant? And then at the very end, we're just going to end with something
Totally different.
Because again, the last like 2 chapters,
are just boring.
3 chapters. I mean, in a book, it makes sense. You're kind of like wrapping up the story, happy ending vibes, a little bit of mystique for the next book, but that's not how TV shows work.
No.
They need
And
a
I
bang
have
ending.
a great theory for that when we
Okay.
get to the end, okay?
All right, yeah.
All right, so let's go on. So we get the hunters arrive, Artemis
have
and
to
Zoe.
arrive.
They are going to arrive. They are cast.
Yep.
So, of course.
Yeah. Also, again, the entire plot.
Annabeth falls off the cliff. That has to happen.
Yeah, there's no way she doesn't. I mean, maybe it's not a cliff that she falls off of, whatever, but she's gonna get kidnapped.
Maybe Dr. Thorne grabs her and jumps on the helicopter. I don't know. Like, Artemis doesn't have to blow up the helicopter.
Right, maybe Luke shows up in a portal.
Oh!
He's like, I actually do know how it works with 2 people now. I've upgraded.
No. They better stick to that. I can't go any... No, they can't. I'm not okay with that.
It's gonna be so interesting how the Luke Annabeth thing plays out in this one.
I know, because it is...
And we're gonna get so much
big deal.
point of view of Annabeth. I mean, the whole book, we're like, where's Annabeth? Where's Annabeth? Is she okay? Is she dead? Where's Annabeth? Where's Annabeth? But now it's gonna be like, we're getting Annabeth's point of view. Her and Luke are gonna be talking a bunch. So much is gonna happen.
Really? I don't think we're
yes.
going to get Annabeth's point of view.
Oh,
I think we're
totally
going to
gonna
get
it.
Percy...
It's gonna unfold the Luke story
dreaming
so
of
much
her.
better. Either way, we can have scenes of it, and then Percy wakes up.
There's a lot of Luke story in this without even getting Annabeth's point of view. However, I would like to say this book does go along with season 2's Luke Annabeth more than it goes along with book 2's Luke Annabeth, because book 2's Luke Annabeth, Luke literally said eat her to his bear man. And season
That was a weird
2,
like, plot hole. If I'm being honest.
I feel like it's not right. I feel like he was not gonna. It was just weird, but he seemed much more cruel in book 2. Actually, don't know if it's weird. He was much more cruel in book 2, but in book 3, he is realizing that his soul is being slowly taken over by Cronus. He's realizing. I mean, he looks like he's sick and dying all the time.
Yeah.
So maybe he is regretting his life choices.
Yeah, maybe this is one of those cases that we've talked about quite a few times before, which is like, as the books went on, Rick changed the story a bit, but now that he's going back to the beginning, he's like, well, these changes, I'm just going to keep it from the beginning because it honestly makes more sense.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's the whole thing about season 2 Luke.
I can't quite see season 2 Luke, though, rolling out of the way and letting Annabeth hold the sky. So I feel like they might do something different. Oh, we're jumping ahead. Okay, go back.
Like I said, it's very interesting.
It is very interesting. So the cap falls off Annabeth's before she goes. I think that we might still get that.
What are you talking about? Luke has her
sorry.
hat. Luke has her hat.
Oh, damn.
This season ends with her not even having it.
Oh, damn.
So, in a way, it'll happen.
Am I allowed to say damn on this podcast? I think so. I think we're okay.
The damn steam nuggets.
The damn restaurant.
What did I just reference? The damn steam nugget? What is that?
Well, you're talking
oh
about...
my gosh. It's the name of someone on Mike's podcast. You know when he reads out the names of everyone?
That is so funny that you brought up someone's Patreon name. Anyways, but we all know and love the damn scene.
Yes.
So it's okay if I say damn then, because I was talking about the thing that, where water stops water from running. That's what I was talking about. Okay.
Exactly.
So you're right. So she loses... So the whole scene of her running it and that whole thing of her being invisible is not going to work, but that's okay. It doesn't matter.
The battles are often a bit different in the TV show.
The thing is that Percy uses her cap strategically several times in this book. So Annabeth must be getting her cap back with Luke. I don't know. That's just weird. I wonder, there's going to be some sort of plot twist with this cap, because why else did Luke
100%
keep the cap?
Yeah.
Or not keep it, but end up with it.
End up with it, yeah.
Weird. Okay, fine. So that won't happen. And then we have... oh yeah. So I made notice that this is where we start getting the Thalia and Percy tension right here, because she's like, what the heck were you doing? Like, Percy is not a good team player. So, and we see that also at Capture the Flag, right? Thalia gave him a plan. Percy went for it when he saw an opportunity. Same with Capture the Flag. Anyways, and she kind of gets at him at this point, and there is tension here. And I read somewhere, in some article or in some interview, where they said that the tension between Thalia and Percy, one of the cast members said it's darker but also funnier.
I love that.
And I was like, interesting. So I don't know what that means, but I just wanted to throw that out there.
Well, usually because, that kind of makes sense. If they're going to make it darker, they're going to have to add humor to it just because this is a kid's TV show.
But I'm guessing there's going to be a lot more opportunity of their tension than the book did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely playing Thalia a bit more dramatically.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I'm into, because we only really get her for like one book. Play it up, man.
I know. So I'm gonna randomly predict that Ambrosia is gonna show up now. We talked about Nectar. Now I think Ambrosia is gonna show up because there's a scene here where they have Ambrosia.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that they mentioned that for the fans and that.
But how hard is it to hand someone something to eat?
I guess
that's fine. You can predict not.
I just think that the battle won't be that intense. I guess that they just don't get as hurt in the TV show.
Okay, because the hunters like set up tents and then I don't think they're going to set up tents and do this whole scene where they're going to sit and talk to... Except for this is where Bianca becomes a hunter.
Yeah, but maybe they will be journeying, because Apollo won't come. So they'll be journeying back to camp.
And then she becomes...
And on the journey, she becomes a hunter.
The only problem with that is you have to swear to Artemis, and Artemis leaves at this point. So you would be predicting that Artemis won't leave at this point. But the point is that from this point, she's like, the hunters aren't going to go to camp otherwise. She's like, you hunters need to go to camp and be there while I go on this journey alone. I need to find this monster.
Yeah.
The monster that we find out later is...
A baby cow.
A baby cow.
A baby cow serpent.
But she has to go find it. And so she's like, only I can go. You guys go back to camp with these demigods. And
basically the hunters always travel with Artemis. I mean, sometimes a group branches off, as we see in the rest of the series.
Yeah.
But in general, the hunters are with Artemis. I mean, they're her hunters. So if she's going to go off on her own, I guess she's worried because of how the great stirring is happening, that they won't be safe without her.
Wow, you threw me off when you said that. Like, it's true in all the other books. In the rest of the books, she's never with the hunters.
But I don't think there's not all the hunters. I think they kind of sometimes will split off. Like,
her lieutenant is... Okay, fine. Anyways.
No, but I'm thinking it's because of the, like, what's happening right now, the danger.
Maybe,
Not that the danger is, like, less in the other books.
No, I don't know. But she decides to send them all to camp. I think she just wanted them to have a little fun. Not.
With boys!
So, yeah. Okay, so Bianca's going to become a hunter, though. That's going to happen.
I mean, yeah, because... Right? I mean, I guess she could just die and not be a hunter. What's the point of that?
Part of this is that
Thalia
tension would be
hunters.
Showing, like, Thalia hating the
Nico
hunters.
being left alone.
Nico being left. Do you think maybe
they
won't
why else
do
would
that?
She go on the quest, I guess?
Do you think maybe they won't do that? Because a lot of people have been very sad at Bianca for, like, abandoning her little brother right when... he finds out that they're like demigods.
Give her some depth. Whatever, man. Does she have to be perfect?
No.
I don't know.
And the whole point of her is that she spent all those years being the one responsible one. She just wants
parent.
to...
And now he's going to go off to camp where
she's hoping he's going to stay there and be safe. That doesn't happen.
Which he doesn't, of course.
Okay, so hold on. So are we going to predict she's going to be a hunter or not?
I think they could write it out, but that would be very season 1 of them because, like, why write it out?
Okay, we're going to predict
she might as well just be a hunter if the hunters are going to be there.
Because that also puts up the tension that Percy has of worrying about Annabeth becoming
and Thalia being like, I would never be a hunter. I hate hunters.
And then becoming their lieutenant.
Thalia will not be scared of heights, or if she is, it'll be a one-liner that's not really relevant just to appease the fans.
Yeah. There's other opportunities where she could be scared of heights, like when they fly the metal angels.
They're just going to go to camp because Artemis opens a portal or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I do not know how to predict how they're going to get to camp.
Maybe they weren't that far from camp in the
That's
beginning,
what I'm thinking.
Because that's what they basically did in season 2. They were just like, they took Blackjack to camp in the car to camp at the end because they were just right next to it. There's in New Jersey.
Yeah, I think they're not that far.
Yeah.
Okay.
I placed an underwater phone call.
So this is when they get to... Oh, that's... Okay, what's the first chapter name?
My rescue operation goes very wrong. So that, I think will be the title of episode 1. We'll skip the vice principal. We might skip Bianca D'Angelo makes a choice, or maybe it'll be Bianca D'Angelo makes a choice. Because it's not going to be Thalia towards New England. And then the next one is I placed an underwater phone call.
It could be that.
What?
It could be I placed an underwater phone call.
That's not a good episode title. There's no mystique.
Bianca
Choice is an episode title.
Okay.
I placed an underwater phone call.
I mean, they chose nobody got the fleece when it wasn't even true.
Yeah, but at least it's an intriguing title.
Okay, fine.
An old dead friend comes to visit.
Come on, go.
Sorry.
We'll get back to it.
Sorry.
So, okay, good. So we're at camp, right? So here we find out that Clarice is on a quest, right?
Nope, I don't remember this.
Okay,
sorry, I didn't reread the whole book like you did.
So when they get there, Chiron says, after he meets Nico and whatever that stuff, he tells them we're going to capture the flag to welcome the hunters. It's a tradition. And he tells Percy and Thalia to go around and tell all of the houses or the cabins.
Yeah.
And they split up. And Percy goes to Ares, and then he asks the Ares cabin, where's Clarice? And the cabin person who tells him later to get the F out, says she's on a quest. It's a top secret.
What was this quest?
This is the quest where she comes back at the end and finds out about the labyrinth.
Okay, this is the...
And with Chris Rodriguez.
So are we going to get her quest?
We have to.
We literally talked
Everyone loves Dior. There's no way. Dior is gone this whole book until the very, very end when she says... I have bad news, which I think is going to be our cliffhanger, possibly.
100%. So is her and Chris going to be together? I can't, after the end of this. I don't know, though.
I think we're going to see her quest. She's going to be, because in book 4, they explain a little more what the quest was, but she is...
She's on a quest in the labyrinth?
She is in the labyrinth.
Yeah, and then she finds...
And she finds Chris in here, and he's gone, like, kind of psycho, because he's also was trying to find the labyrinth, and he wasn't as good as her. Which is actually a very interesting point that Clarice, at the book, Clarice was able to get out of... By herself. Why does Clarice go on quests by herself?
Aren't you like, you have to have a 3-person quest? Isn't like the rule of the gods?
Tyson defined it very well. A quest is when you go with 2 friends to do something.
Yeah.
Anyways, so no.
That's crazy. I like we just really brush over that in book 3.
It's very brushed over.
It's crazy.
I'm telling you, book 3, we've talked about this, but book 3 is brushed over in general for me.
I don't remember this book.
It's that middle book syndrome, sort of like the middle child syndrome, you just forget they're there. That's why I really didn't have 3 kids. I didn't want any middle... No, joking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so Clarice is going on a quest, and we are going to get... We have to.
So we're going to get labyrinth stuff?
How are we? How are we going to get all of this in this season? Well, that's why we're cutting out anything we can't do the Apollo scene. Like, anything we can get rid of, we're going to cut out.
I mean, we got bits of Grover, but it wasn't very much. So maybe it'll just be bits
I think it's just
here
gonna
and
be
there.
Bits. Yeah. Because just like, I mean, Aryan, whatever his name is
gone most of that book.
Yeah, he says, like, he didn't get to do as many scenes. He, like, watched most of them, like, not like when they came out, but, like, on the editor, whatever, table, whatever you call it. But I think it's going to be like that for Clarice, but she is going to get scenes.
Yeah, there's no way we're going to have an entire season without her, because, first of all, that's just not how paying actors works.
She's also a favorite.
You want to retain her for the later stuff. You kind of got to pay them and keep them on.
So here's my question. Are we going to get any Tyson story, or is it just going to be these phone calls that he calls him? Because he calls him twice in the book.
I kind of think we're not going to even call him. I don't know. Is that crazy? Maybe we will.
I feel like they have to give us
just said all of that about Clarice.
They have to give us a Daniel Deemer, whatever his name is, for the same reason they have to give us...
Yeah, Clarice. How are we going to fit all this? Do you think it's going to be a longer season finally?
Or longer episodes? Do you think more than 8 episodes? Or just longer episodes, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to see, because I do have my hope is stuck on the line from Walker. He says this is going to be the closest to the book.
Oh, I don't remember him saying that.
Oh, yeah. So in an interview, he said, I think the fans are going to love this because it's more, the word he used, whatever, is like closer to the book than the other 2 seasons.
I mean, that's amazing.
So we could think about that.
We should think about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so fine.
So he calls Tyson,
We're gonna
maybe.
Have Tyson.
I think he calls Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're just going to get actually many
Or maybe he just
has
Tyson dreams. It's kind of hard to do it can be hard to do the CGI of like the
mist.
Not the mist. It looks like mist.
Sorry, the iris message.
The iris message, maybe.
Sure, he could every once in a while visit Tyson in his dreams.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we could see like
it's
part
so
of the
plot
lore
irrelevant
underwater and stuff.
That's true. We could get that because that does build
up
more
to Poseidon then.
book 5 or season 5 at that point.
Who knows?
Yeah, we could see some of the war underwater.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Or we could get a crazy thing where Tyson just shows up, but I don't think they're going to do that.
No.
We're going to say no. Okay, good.
An old dead friend comes to visit.
Every time I see this title, I forget who the old dead friend is, and then when I remember who it is, I'm like, oh yeah.
Tell me, who is it?
Yeah, well, again, I literally just went through this, and I forgot who the old dead friend is.
Oh,
hold on one second.
Oh my gosh, it's the... That's right. I remember it at the same time as
Oracle.
You. Right.
That's why, because I just so...
It doesn't think about that, because she's not a friend.
Okay, let's go back now. Let's go back to the actual thing, yeah. Okay, yeah. So it's the Oracle arriving.
This will totally be an episode
Now,
title.
hold on. Don't jump to that because we're still... That's like at the end of the chapter. We're still missing the fact that he has a dream at this point of Annabeth. That Luke is under the earth. He doesn't know what it is. And Annabeth takes over. And then Luke comes out and says, oh, good. Great. You stay there. So Percy sees this scene in his dream. He doesn't know what it is. He thinks a cavern is falling on her, right?
Yeah.
We don't know. Because otherwise we would know who the Titan Lord is. I think we're going to know who it is.
100%.
I think in the beginning, the general is going to be there. So, and we know that we have this guy, Holt McClany.
Yep.
I don't know the guy, but anyways, he's playing Atlas. So I think it's going to be, if he has this dream, or it's not going to be a dream, we're going to see Annabeth's point of view. But I feel like I feel like Percy has to know. So I feel like it's gonna be like the Grover. Well, no, see, they explain the Grover one by saying it's an empathy link. So are they gonna explain him having a dream?
Annabeth's point of views.
But then is Percy not gonna know all this time where she is? Like literally not. Yeah, I guess he could. He could just not know. He knows
Iris
she's
messages
somewhere.
Annabeth instead. Why did they do that?
They never Iris message each other when they're in trouble.
Yeah, they're like, no, that's only for advice.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, that is odd.
Although if they tried, they could always blame it on the fact that Zeus has cut all the Iris messages.
True.
And maybe that's why Rick did that, because he was like, yeah, I mean, it's a big
He was like, yeah, actually, we could have called a lot more people.
Yeah.
The reason the books is just like, oh, we don't have Dracula's.
Wait, but if they do that, he can't call Tyson.
Dreams.
Okay, we're going for dreams.
Because Tyson showed up in his dream already, and that's fine. They're brothers and Poseidon or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we're not going to see Poseidon in this season.
Yeah. I think we're going to get Capture the Flag, though.
We're going to get Capture the Flag.
Because we love Capture the Flag. It creates more tension. I mean, it creates all this tension between Percy and Thalia, and that's really the purpose.
Yeah.
We're
going to skip him trying to go to the Oracle, though, before Capture the Flag and asking for a quest. I think we're going to skip that.
Okay. Maybe he'll just ask. Maybe we'll just have a conversation with Chiron where he wants a quest, and Chiron's like, no, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Capture the Flag, I think this will happen. I mean, this tension is going to happen for sure. This is the tension. I think they're going to have a little fight. I think it's going to be intense.
Well, at the end of Capture the Flag, they definitely have a fight.
Yep.
So I think we're going to have that. I think we're going to have the Capture the Flag. It's super action. It's super fun. We're going to have Zoe. We're going to have Bianca.
Yeah.
Nico. Mm-hmm. I still don't think we're getting Charles. Because in this one, we have the Stoll brothers and Beckendorf.
We'll probably just have that random Athena kid again. And Mark, the Ares cabin guy.
Maybe. Sometimes they don't even bring the same guys back. The same guys from the previous years.
They looked into the camera and said their names. So it's I'm pretty sure we're like, hey, these are the campers we're going to keep around that aren't
maybe
it's not too crazy if they do happen to leave. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But I don't feel like we're going to get the name of any of... We're still not going to get the Stoll brothers and Beckendorfs.
Yeah, but then it's just going to be so weird because in book 4, they're having all these war meetings and figuring out all this stuff. And then we're just going to be oh yeah, all these guys.
And also, Percy's totally loves Beckendorf in book 4.
Yeah.
Anyways, I know.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, I get why they wouldn't, but I feel like it'll be so weird and
I think
jarring.
they should,
yeah,
but I think they don't.
I don't think they do.
Okay, so Capture the Flag. Fight with Thalia and Percy at the end. Absolutely. It's great even in the book.
Uh-huh. And then the Oracle will show up.
See, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I kind of don't either. As I said it, I was like, well,
I think Zoe's going to go to the Oracle and get her.
The great thing about the Oracle showing up is it shows that, it would only happen if Percy goes to try to get a quest. If he goes up to there and
but you don't need her to come out.
I know, but it gets this maybe we couldn't show the emotion as well because we're not in Percy's head, but it's Percy's I tried so hard to get a quest from you, and you, a dead mummy, walked on down
all the way to the forest.
All the way into the forest to give Thalia a quest.
No, Zoe.
Okay, fine. But then Thalia gets to go.
Yeah. But that happens later. Yeah, so that happens when they have little war council after they do this. But
he's pissed, but I guess it could be cut.
See, they have at this point Oracle comes out, gives the prophecy, and then collapses because she's a dead body, and then make Percy and Grover have to carry her back to the attic, and they're like, really, you could have just walked back. But if then they have a council of leaders where they have Beckendorf and Selena, and the Stoll brothers. I don't know. And that's when they decide who's going to go on the quest. But I don't know. I think that Zoe's going to go and get her own prophecy, and then they're going to discuss who goes on the quest.
But if we're wanting to keep some humor, especially in the darkness that this book is, I mean, Annabeth's gone. Thalia's being a person who's annoying. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like Percy going up to the attic and yelling at the unmoving Oracle would be so funny.
I guess I'm thinking with time, because if we're going to get any Clarice and Tyson...
I know.
At all, I feel like if they're going to cut something out, they could cut that out. But I do like that idea that they at least get him in that scene where he's really... Yeah.
It's come on.
But then Zoe could go up after him and be oh, and then she gets it too.
Yeah.
And come down with it. Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, they're saying it's going to be accurate. And I feel like, except for time-wise, there's no reason to cut this stuff out.
Yeah.
She could walk down there just fine. It's not like they show her walking down. She's just there suddenly.
Yeah. No, for sure. Anyways, when they have the council, they mention this monster again. So now we have twice the mention of monster. Now, if you go with how things have been being done, we would already know what this monster is. So I got to ask you, are we going to get a reveal on the monster?
I really want to say no.
Hold on, you want to say that
there's going to be no reveal until the end. Oh, okay. Sorry. Like, it's not going to be an early reveal.
That's what I want to say, too, on this one. Because I feel like
having Bessie just, like, follow him around the U.S. and being like,
right, and him just
Bessie,
thinking it's just some...
She just likes me because I rescued her.
Yeah.
And all this stuff. And then the reveal that, like, this is the monster everyone's been hunting. And because then we get that emotional of, like, we love her and they're going to kill her.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my thought was. Because I feel like knowing there's some monster out there...
And being scared.
And being scared is more necessary here than with some of these other reveals. But I don't know. I know. Again, season 1 is what's kind of jaded me a little bit. Season 2 wasn't so bad on this.
Because it's like, did it really matter that we knew Tyson was a Cyclops right away? No.
Yeah, so I'm going to cross my fingers and put in the prediction with you that we don't get the reveal early on Bessie.
No,
her name won't be Bessie.
We could get a reveal a little bit more about the monster. It could be like, this monster's sacrifice would... We could get the story about how the monster's sacrifice would be the thing that
really? Because I want to
Olympus.
keep thinking that it's a monster that... Like, the idea you get throughout the book is that this monster is actually going to, like, kill all the demigods, or it's going to take down Olympus.
Yeah,
not that it's a sacrifice thing. So, I don't know.
I'm just saying they could do that without telling you what it is.
Okay. Because also, you don't look at a cow serpent and say, that's a monster.
No. Because, I mean, sure,
I call it a magical creature.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's like saying a hippocampi is a monster. Now, the only difference is the hippocampi are nature spirits, per the TV show at least. Which I guess doesn't make them in the TV show, they're a nature spirit. That's what Grover says. He's like naming nature spirits
true.
And says hippocampi.
Nature spirit. I wonder what classifies... Okay, whatever. We're going off.
I think what classifies them is when they die, they don't go to Tartarus.
They become a plant?
They become a plant.
A seaweed? Okay. Okay, so it's decided that Zoe, Bianca, Phoebe, Thalia, and Grover are the ones that go on this. I do think that's going to happen.
Are we going to get Phoebe at all? I don't know. We might have got Phoebe.
How else are they going to have a 5th camper?
I don't know. Maybe they just have 4 campers.
No.
No, I know. Because
Percy's supposed to be the actual 5th.
Yes.
I'm going to say yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say there's going to be a Phoebe. And it's not...
no reason why you couldn't.
And there's no reason to specifically cast Phoebe because they just mention her. And then the next thing they mention is like, oh, the Stoll brothers. Oh, but see, the reason Phoebe didn't go is because the Stoll brothers give her a shirt with Centaur blood. Could they do that? Sure. Will they do that? Probably not. There's going to be some other reason Phoebe can't go. Phoebe?
It's
Phoebe?
Phoebe is how you pronounce that name.
Okay, thank you.
So unless she's like is like the old timey pronunciation because she's like 100 years old or whatever.
Okay, no, it's Phoebe. Okay, that's interesting because that whole added thing, like, are they? I mean, if they do that, yay. If they do say that someone from their Hermes cabin, did something, some kind of practical joke, and she's bedridden, that would be nice because there's
really
supposed to be this tension
for the quest.
Yeah,
but maybe I don't know.
Because they can't just say, "Oh yeah, we're taking Percy."
Yeah, that does ruin the tension and the whole him sneaking
everything.
A bunch of chapters.
I don't know. I'm going on the faith that they are going to be more like follow this correctly.
I guess again, there's no reason for them not to do that. And the one thing that even book 1 did that was accurate, even though they changed 1,000 things, or season 1, is that they kept the prophecy the same, and the outcome of the prophecy, like what each line meant,
was
betrayed by a friend, blah blah blah, whatever, was all the same.
Right.
So if we're going off of that always being the case, the prophecy's always being the case, and it would make sense.
So it does say 5 shall go west to the goddess in chains,
which they think is no, it is Artemis. It straight up is.
Yeah. 1 shall be lost in the land without rain. That will happen. The bane of Olympus shows the trail, so that's the monster. Campers and hunters combined prevail. Well, that's okay. That's a given. The Titan's curse must one withstand.
Which is
that's Percy. Zoe. No, that's the Titan's curse is holding up the. What do you think the Titan's curse is? The Titan's curse is
I don't know. I just thought Zoe...
Atlas's curse to have to hold the sky up, and the only person on this quest to hold the sky up is Percy.
I don't know why I always thought that the curse was Zoe being cursed with Atlas as her father, and then he kills
that's
her.
the last line. 1 shall perish by a parent's hand.
Oh, okay, that's why. Sorry.
Which also doesn't really happen.
What? Yeah, she does.
She dies, but she dies. It says that the dragon who hits her, it was poisonous and it was slowly killing her, and then he made it inevitable. Blow. If you read it, it's a little iffy on whether she died from him or the dragon.
Well, maybe the Oracle / the Fates were like, we're not sure. Maybe Zeus really will kill Thalia.
That's true, because they could be like, we know this is gonna, it could go any way.
Yeah.
It's not Percy. It could be, because Thalia does get, there's a scene where they,
their car.
Yeah, and she's sure Zeus is trying to kill her.
Yeah, and I mean,
and he could have been trying to kill her.
He could straight up be trying to kill her in this book,
because she almost makes that, again, she almost makes that decision to help them several times in this book.
Yeah, no, I think that he maybe was.
Wow. I didn't really think about that. Okay, good. Yeah. So that could have been.
The Fates were like, we're not sure. Zeus is up in the air about this, but someone's dying.
She jumps out of the taxi and they're like, oh, okay, it's not her. It must be her. Yeah. No. Okay, good. So I do think that there's going to be someone named who's going to fall off at the last minute. And this is why Percy's going to be able to go.
Okay.
But
I like
as he goes. Okay.
We'll see about the Stoll brothers. Probably not. But
Probably not. Now, there is a conversation here about Percy's pen and how there's it informs us that it has. Well, that dream comes later, but Chiron mentions something about Zoe and her connection to his pen sword, and he's like, "What?" But of course, Chiron being Chiron never tells him what it is. He slowly gets some dreams throughout this book, and then he actually has a conversation with Zoe where he finds out more about it.
I'm so half and half about this because this is a great way to show about how heroes are not always heroes.
Yes.
Heroes are bad.
It fits their whole line.
They abandon everyone.
Hercules
and they don't
left
care.
her behind.
Mm-hmm.
And
after
she
sacrificed everything for him.
And she became like a man hater.
Yeah.
After that.
It's kind of fair.
Definitely a hero hater, if nothing else, right?
Yeah.
Which is why she doesn't want Percy to go.
I mean,
I want
really
them to
goes
have that
along with that. But maybe Percy will just be like, I know this entire...
That could happen
probably gonna be what it
entirely.
is.
He could
Sally
be like,
told me this whole story.
Do you not like me because this... Oh, yeah. Yeah, Sally told him the story. He could be like, there's the reason you're like against me is because of my sword, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. I feel like we could get it.
Let's predict that he will know ahead of time.
That's what I think. Because it does really play into this whole thing of Sally teaching him that heroes are bad, kind of. Or that monsters aren't always monsters and heroes aren't always heroes.
Yeah. I think they're going to do that because I think that they're going to take out those dreams. I don't think we're going to see those dreams.
No, because we need to see Clarice and Annabeth.
We have more important things to see. And I think that they'll just we'll just find out what it is in a brief moment and that tension will be there. And then she'll realize at the end that Percy's not that bad. Yeah.
Because of his mom. This was really a book series about what a great mom Sally is.
That's exactly what. Well, it's definitely what the TV show's definitely pushing that.
Yeah.
Okay, so he calls his mom and they see Paul Blowfish and he's like, Blowfish? Okay. We don't have a casting for Paul.
But we have his freaking car.
This is why I'm really hoping they're still filming and that possibly... No, I don't know. I'm really nervous about this. There's 2 people they did not cast this season.
Listen, what if we get Paul stuff without seeing Paul? It's like possible.
There's a guy's voice off the set like, hey, Sally, do you want some of that 3-layer bean dip?
Yeah. Or Sally accidentally
7
mentions him. Or doesn't accidentally. I mean, their relationship is straight up different in the series. Maybe she's like, hey, Percy, I've started dating again.
What do you think about that?
His name is Mr. Blowfish.
Well, they have that conversation.
He goes, Blowfish?
That's what's going to happen. And they have that conversation here where she says, is that okay with you? And he says, Mom, are you happy? And she says, yes. And she's like, of course. So you're happy. So maybe they just have that quick conversation. Maybe there is a guy's voice off that side of an Iris message.
And maybe there's not.
Maybe she's driving him to Westover Hall and she just tells him about Paul.
Yeah, he's like, so whose car is this?
That's right. Like, you didn't answer me last time.
Yeah. I think after the car, I'm like, come on, we're going to have to get something.
She's driving him in a car in the beginning of this. I just
think she just has a car.
All this time she had no car because she's always... No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I mean, because they live in New York and she can just walk to work.
And she had, what's his name? What's the stepfather? His car in the last
Yeah, but
one.
She's become a lot more independent, so maybe just in between the books, she's got herself a car.
Yeah. Okay, good. So yeah, I do think we're going to get something on Mom and Paul, but I don't actually think he's going to call her here. Well, she's the one who encourages him. You should go after Annabeth.
Maybe the whole conversation just happens in the car, though.
No. I'm saying she encourages him to go after Annabeth. I don't think it's going to happen now.
Percy freaked the freak out in the last book.
Yeah, we don't need that.
We
Percy
don't need encouragement.
Percy is on his way.
Lose his mind.
Percy left before the rest of the quest.
They actually have to catch up to him.
That's right. Oh my goodness. Okay.
If we don't get the title of an episode, an old dead friend comes to visit because of the fact that we don't get the Oracle coming down, then I really think an episode titled Everyone Hates Me But the Horse would be an amazing episode title.
It would be.
Amazing.
Okay.
Although I Make a Dangerous Promise is also super good for an episode title.
Nobody hates me. Oh my gosh. Everybody hates me. Nobody likes me but the horse works too, but it's everybody hates me but the horse. I'm with you on that. I'm taking that one.
I love that one. Plus, I mean, we need some great Blackjack stuff in here, so that would be a good nod to Blackjack, just that episode title itself.
Yeah, and we'll get into that chapter in our next episode because since we added the going over predictions of season 2, we are basically out of time for today's episode, but we will continue our predictions in the next episode.
And honestly, are we surprised the last time we had to do it in 2 episodes too?
We're not surprised. We even tried, we're like, okay, let's be a little more succinct, and I think we were actually.
Yeah.
It's just
we just spent 20 minutes talking about the other season.
That's right. So we're gonna end right here for predictions.
Yes.
To be continued.
Just gives everyone more content before, the next season comes out. So
yeah, because we need more to do. No joking.
Yeah.
So we do have some social meds.
Yes, we have Instagram and Threads and Facebook, which we do post on from time to time. From time to time.
We are the worst with social media. Super sorry. Yes, but if you follow us, maybe even like comment and stuff, maybe it'll encourage us to do more.
You should encourage us to do our job
it's
better.
Your fault.
Anyways, we do post from time to time, but you should just follow us anyways, because how does it hurt you, Especially if we don't post that often.
Exactly.
We also have an email, sins@gmail.com.
This is a great time to email us and give us some predictions before we put out the next episode.
Then maybe when the season comes out, we'll make a whole episode dedicated to our fans, and if you guys were right. You want creds? Right. Predict now. Creds.
That's it on the social media. If anybody here listening also happens to like to read romantasy and you are an adult.
Yes.
And you have not read the Fourth Wing series. Well, both ways. But if you have not read the Empyrean series, it starts with the Fourth Wing, and you would like to read more of us, you should read it and follow along with Brianna as she is discovering the series for the first time.
Yep.
It is basically spoiler-free. There's one spoiler Brianna knew when we started, and we explain that in the very beginning episode, and we tell you where you can start if you want to skip that, where you can start, like when you can start our episodes if you want to skip that, but you can follow along. We encourage it. It's a very fun podcast. And we have actually finished the first book and started book 2. And then if you've also already listened to it and you're already a known fan, you can also follow because it's also very fun to listen to Brianna when she makes her predictions.
Yeah. Oh, you thought these predictions were good.
Yeah.
You should listen to that podcast.
She's pretty good. Anyway, so yeah, that's all about the social media stuff.
Yeah. So we will be back in
2 weeks
sometime.
Yeah, we're going to probably do every 2 weeks on these additional episodes just to give us more time.
Since we're doing 2 podcasts now.
Yeah. All right. Until next time.
See you at camp.
Bye.
Bye.